Hi everyone. I thought I would do a garden tour so that you could see what's happening in my garden. And it's the end of July, and this is the time right before a lot of things are going to start to be harvested. So I wanted you to see it before we get into harvesting. And I think we'll start with what's behind me right now. Here is my butternut squash. I have it growing vertically on a big trellis here. And you could see I'm starting to get little babies. So that's really exciting. And butternut squash is not only delicious, but it also is very long storing. I have some pots here, a tomato. Then I have some more pots over here with some peppers and more peppers. Now this pepper, I was very surprised at. It's my first time I've grown it. It's called Blot, and look at it. It's like amazing. And it's gonna, this beautiful purple color, it's gonna turn more red, but it was really prolific. Then here I have more peppers, and here's another butternut squash trellis that I have here. And then here's my strawberries. Here is, I'm going to kind of go in the back first. So here's a patty pan that I have here, and you will see that I have all kinds of indeterminate tomatoes. And you can see the plants are loaded with tomatoes. So they're going to start very shortly, and I'm going to be inundated with tomatoes, I'm sure. Here's some that are beginning to blush, and I usually harvest when they blush. That way animals won't get them because the animals are waiting for them to be nice and ripe just like we are, the way we like them. Then down here you'll see I have more peppers. Peppers back here. There's a nice pepper here. This is my green bean trellis, and the darn chipmunks just like go after my beans like crazy. So I had to improvise a little bit. Over here, you can see these are getting a little taller. They got started so late, I'm not sure if I'll get any string beans or not. Back here, you'll see cantaloupe. And then in here, I have a couple cauliflower, but mainly I'm using it for carrots to keep it covered from the carrot fly. I have a load of celery here. And then in the back, I have more peppers that are growing back there. And then here's my cucumber TPs. And then, and you can see, look how healthy it is. I don't have any pest pressure because I'm practicing permaculture and we put a bunch of different things together. Underneath it, I have radishes, and radishes, not only is it a secondary harvest, but it helps repel pests as well. Then I have a bush variety cucumber that's trailing over the side, and you can see, let's see, can you see it? Here it is, a little cucumber. I've harvested some cucumbers off of this already. And then underneath each of the tomato plants, I have basil. And then over here, hard to see them come out. You can see I have this little fortress here is because I have some pest pressure when it comes to rabbits and gophers and groundhogs and things like that. And this is another cantaloupe over here. Here is my corn patch. And there's like 160 ears of corn in there, believe it or not. And then I did some succession planting, so these are younger than over here, and I have it covered because I need them to get tall enough because the chipmunks run through there and destroy everything. Here's my little lime bush, my lemon bush, and then over here I have I have multiple pots of potatoes. These are all my potatoes, and soon we'll be doing a video on harvesting potatoes because look, they're starting to die back. These are my short variety, the short season variety, so they're starting to die back. This you're going to find funny. So this is one of my green stalks, and I planted some sugar snap peas because my other sugar snap peas, they just stopped really producing. So I'm on my second round. But chipmunks, they just go after the peas and the beans and things like that. So I had to really like create this little fortress to keep them out until they get mature enough that they won't harm them. And you could see before I really did it, they got in there and they're planting sunflower seeds that they collect, and then they come back and they eat them. So I'll have to pull all of those out. This is lumber for a chicken run that we're building. So here, because my pole beans are being systematically attacked by chipmunks all the time, I did this green stalk and I have bush beans in here, and then that way, you know, at least I'll get some beans. Here on the side of the house are where the berries are. So these are blackberries, and you can kind of see they're just starting to ripen up. And I have them in these crop cages to protect them from birds and other animals from devouring the berries. We don't want them devouring it. And then here is the raspberry crop cage. This is almost pretty much done. I've harvested all the raspberries, so I'll probably be taking that cage off shortly. And then these are blueberries. I just took the covers off of those because they pretty much have expended all of the berries that they're going to provide. And then here in front, I have a couple trellises of cantaloupe. And then on the very end, I just stuck this zucchini in here just because it was an extra plant, and it's doing pretty well. And I actually have gotten a good zucchini off of it already, so I'm hoping to get more. So here is my asparagus, and this was a mistake putting it here, so I'm going to be moving it in the fall. And also you will note this one has some berries on it, which means it's a female. So likely she won't make it to the new bed because basically we just want male asparagus because they're more prolific and they do better in giving you spears. This is an apple tree, and it's grafted with 5 different apples. It's only 3 years old, and you can see I have them covered in little netting bags. I've gotten a few apples this year. I'm really excited about it. So this is the beginning of more harvest to come. Also down here you will see I have pumpkin. There's one there. And then there's a big one in there. Closer. There he is. Big one. And so I have multiple pumpkins planted about. Here are mini watermelons growing on a trellis. And then if you saw my video where I took all the ornamentals out because I'm turning it into a small orchard, I planted a bunch of flowers. And then I also, for the understory of the trees, I'm going to be planting a lot of herbs. So I have tarragon and thyme and oregano and sage and all different types of herbs. And I'll see how, I know how big they're going to get, so I'm going to wait and see. So here was a bare root. This was called a fruit cocktail, so it's grafted with a few different things such as plums and nectarines, that type of thing. And so this is year 1. So I'm not expecting to see any leaves on this at all because I'm sure it's doing major root development right now. So I basically like tearing out almost all my ornamentals. Here's some more watermelon. And here's more watermelon. And then all the different flowers. And then here's, this is a pear tree. And then I have a second pear tree over here. And this is year 1. So it's going to be two more years before I even see just one pear. So you can see how I'm interspersing things here. My head out of there. So this pepper there. These are the Mad Hatter peppers that I put in here as well. So effectively what I'm doing is I've taken out all my ornamentals, pretty much all of them, and I'm replacing them with things that provide food. So that's why all on the side of the house you see all the berries. Then you're seeing the mini orchard that's in the front of the house. That's the main walkway to get into the house. And then on the other side of the house I have buckets of mint. that I'm harvesting. But I want to show you what I'm going to do with the asparagus in the fall because I built a new bed. So let me show you. So I built this new bed, and this is going to be for asparagus. And oops, sorry for knocking you. So here you'll see I have some asparagus in here already. I planted these from seed. So this is year one, as opposed to buying the asparagus already made because it's really expensive. And a pack of seed is like $4. So you have to wait an extra year. But I already have asparagus, so I don't mind doing that. And then the same thing, I'll be able to figure out which ones are males and females depending if they flower, and then the females will get removed. And then, even though there's no asparagus in here yet, I didn't want to waste the use of this bed, so I have broccoli planted in there, so I'll have a fall harvest of broccoli. So that's what I have going on there. So everyone, that's our tour. So you can see what's happening here with Tractor Girl at Dobos Farms, and we're this has been a great season for us, and we're expecting to have a very large harvest, and we're really excited. And then we'll be preserving what we harvest as well. But I hope you're having a great summer, and I hope you're doing really well and harvesting a lot, because if you plant it and take care of it and harvest it, guess what? You're a farmer. So keep on farming. We'll see you soon.